Hello everyone, we are now in the last 45 days, at least officially, before our May 24 exams, and this is that last leg, our final power play, which we want to make it count the most. Now everyone now wants to give their best, wants to take out the maximum time, but again we have 24 hours in a day, everyone has that. How do we make the most of them? How do we target to achieve an effective 12 to 14 hours? Now our eyeballs would pop up that how is it even achievable? Well, it is very much. A lot of you would be doing it. A lot of people before you have done it, and I'm sure with the right mindset even you will do it. So how do we achieve that magical 12 to 14 hours number? I'll try to share a few tips on again how we did it when we gave the exams. Again, that is a long time back. A lot of things have changed since then, but nevertheless in today's context, how can you achieve that goal so at least you can maximize the things that you can cover? First of all, whether you like it or not, you have to set your sleep schedule. Decide how many hours of sleep do you realistically need. Now ideally, yes, I mean you would hear experts saying about 8 hours, and ideally if you are the type of person who is getting 8 hours, I would say that probably you can work around and try to bring it down to 6 hours. So people say that 6 to 8 hours is apt. Maybe if you are at the lower end of the spectrum for a few months before your exam, that would not do much of harm. Even maybe training yourself to get 6 hours of adequate sleep without any interruptions would even prepare you well for that 1.5 days before your exam, where you want to feel fresh, write it with a fresh mind, but at the same time you have to cover a lot of stuff. So probably try to get 6 hours of sleep, and that leaves you with 18 hours and a lot of buffer time to achieve that 12 to 14 hours of target. So first of all, what I would strongly recommend is try to keep a realistic daily target. And when I say target, maybe the subjects that you're covering and what you intend to achieve. So maybe I would not recommend you do more than 2 subjects in a day. Preferably try to keep the theory paper earlier for the day and the practical paper for the later part of the day when you think you feel tired. If you are the type of a person who's not a morning person, who feels a little sleepy in the morning, then keep the practical subject in the morning and the theory subject for a later part. So that typically what happens is when you're sleepy or when you're kind of bogged down, if you're solving a sum, if you're doing numbers, you are actively involved and you feel relatively less fatigued generally. Okay, again, different people have different ways of studying, but I would say that you kind of try to time your preparation in a way that you kind of keep the practical papers for the time where you think you are feeling a little sluggish, so that you get back into momentum, solving and doing more of pen and paper work. Maybe try to have a target which you think you can achieve and try to map your progress for that. So that is something that you should try to do. Otherwise, if you are not the type of person who tries to plan a lot, try to keep the book in front of you and try to turn pages as much as you can. I mean, try to study. You can't really go wrong in that. Okay, so that is first. Second is try to time your breaks effectively in a way that they coincide with your daily schedule. So your morning regular daily routine, then your breakfast, then your lunch, then your snacks, then your dinner. So you have 5 at least exact logical points where you kind of will break. So when you are preparing, typically if you can study at a stretch for an hour and a half, ideally 2 hours, nothing like it, try to time yourself to push yourself for those 1.5 hours. Once you are out of bed, as fast as possible try to get into your study mode, and then probably after 1.5 odd hours go for your breakfast, again get back again after 1.5 2 hours, take a small break, then again 1.5 2 hours go for your lunch, and so on. Try to time your breaks in a way that they coincide with your regular routine, and I would keep probably effectively 2 hours for your break, food, refreshments, etc., which realistically speaking is very much possible. So you still are left with 18 effective hours of studying, maybe another 1 hour or so for buffer time, certain other commitments that you might have, and still you have a good 16 to 17 hours. Now if possible, people have studied as much, but try to time your breaks in a way that they coincide with your daily schedule or routine. Try to study if possible 1.5 hours. Try to push it up to 2 hours if possible. I know some people kind of get bogged down in 45 minutes to 1 hour as well. Look at your body type, your study type, and if required, if you're taking a interval of 45 minutes to an hour, your breaks would be more, and hence they have to be shorter. So a person who's studying 1.5 hours can probably afford taking, let us say, a 10 minute, a 15 to 20 minute break. You will probably have to settle for a 5 to 10 minute break so that you can kind of get into the groove faster. And while you are on break, as I mentioned, cancel your distractions. Tell a bye-bye to Meta. Mark Zuckerberg should not be around. Neither Instagram nor Facebook, which we don't even use, not Snapchat. If possible, not even WhatsApp while you are preparing. I mean, you use it for your doubt solving, etc., for efficiency, but otherwise, try to keep him out of your life at least for the next 60 days, and you will be able to get back into the study mode much more faster. Okay. There will be points during the day, happens with everyone, where you kind of feel very fatigued, very tired, and that is the time where you kind of go to your bed or you put your head down, and then the clock ticks as fast as it can and time just piles away. If possible, try to listen to revision videos, audio notes of your professors. Maybe something will stick around, and maybe rather than just kind of whiling your time away, maybe you will touch upon a few concepts. So try to make the best use of the audio notes or the revision videos which are freely available in this environment for almost every subject across generally professor types. So try to do that for your subjects and you will have more time. Cancel your distractions, time yourself. So if I roughly say you have slots of around 1.5 hours each. So if you kind of do 7 such slots, 1.5 into 7 would be 13.5 hours. Even if you have a 15 to 20 minute break in the middle, have around 2 hours for your food refreshment. Ideally 6 hours of your sleep. You should still be at a good shape. Try to be positive, give yourself positive affirmations, tell yourself you can do it, give it your best shot, and I'm sure you are going to clear. As we write at the end over here, study, eat, sleep, repeat, and do this for the next 60 days, and hopefully you will become a CA over the next 4 months. Okay, so don't try to be the election commissioner. Let him do some bit of work. Don't try to predict the election dates and results. The lone commissioner that we have will be doing it. He does not need all the CA final and inter students to do that. So whatever that comes, you try to study. If it comes, it's a bonus, but remember, it's a bonus for everyone and not just you. So don't get overexcited with that. Everyone is sailing in the same boat as you are. If you're getting more time, everyone is getting more time, and as a result, just try to focus on covering up as much as you can, even if the election dates come out, and as you kind of are praying, even if the dates are postponed, don't let your guard down. This might happen, ke chalo we have X number of more days. Don't let your guard down. Continue with the same momentum and efficiency, and I'm sure you are going to make it. Okay, study hard, study well, and I'll see you on the other side soon. Okay, bye bye.